So welcome to my game hype for 2022. 2021 was a great year for video games, and we've kind of gone through a lot of those games, and now we're kind of looking forward into a brand new year of video games that are coming out. Some we're hoping will come out in 2022, some we know are happening for sure. So let me know down below, what are some games, some upcoming games in 2022 that you're looking forward to? Let me know. So let's get Nintendo out of the way right off the bat. Breath of the Wild 2. Will we get it in 2022? It's still uncertain. I'm really hoping it comes out. You never know because things get delayed and all that. But I gotta say, Breath of the Wild, the first one, changed me, man. I mean, that game is incredible. The physics, everything they did. And it's been a few years, and I'm really looking forward to the next game. And I hope that they really bring in some new gameplay elements and really flesh it out a lot more, because I've already done Breath of the Wild. I don't want to just do Breath of the Wild again. I really want some new experiences in there, and I think they're definitely going to bring them, but that's the one I'm hyped for, and hopefully we get it without any delays in 2022. Now, the big one that everybody is always talking about, there's always rumors about it, and that is Metroid Prime 4. Will we get that in 2022? I really hope so. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see the very first shots of it. I think Metroid Dread, some of the 3D work in there, kind of showed you what a Prime 4 could look like, and that kind of got me really hyped. I really enjoyed Metroid Dread. That kind of came out before Metroid Prime 4, which we didn't expect. We were like, what? We're getting another Metroid game before Prime 4? And so hopefully that gets announced maybe the end of the year, Christmas time. We don't know how the development is going. They've been very hush-hush on it, so maybe some more things will be revealed this year. Now, this game has been in development for a very, very long time. I remember Reggie talking about it at the Game Awards years and years ago, and yes, I'm talking about Bayonetta 3. I'm looking forward to that. It's been a few years since I played a Bayonetta game, and I'm really looking forward to jumping back in, getting into that world of absolute craziness and all that, but that's a game that I'm really, really looking forward to. Now, I don't know if any of you are excited about this game or even thinking about it. I am. Chocobo GP. It's a racing game where you play, Final Fantasy characters from that world with chocobos going around, and I gotta say, it looks so cute and so fun. Yes, is it a Mario Kart kind of clone? Sure, but I'm going to jump into that. I'm looking forward to that. It's so cutesy and silly and ridiculous and I'm sure it's not going to be that, in depth with gameplay and all that, but for what it is, I'm kind of interested. Okay, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. We thought it would come out at the end of 2021. It missed that, and it's by .emu. It's coming out in 2022. I am hyped for this. I can't wait. It's so nice to see TMNT, kind of like the arcade game, back in kind of a 2D way with sprites there, and it looks gorgeous. It's totally up my alley for the games that I like, the games that I grew up with, and it's so nice to be able to get games like this still in this year, like 2022, we're getting that. That's pretty cool. Another game I have not talked about, but I've been secretly watching and going, hey, that's pretty cool behind the scenes. Metal Slug Tactics. Taking that incredible SNK game from years ago, the 2D, side view action game, and turning it into a tactics game. I looked at it and at first and I thought, wait, no, I bet this is all novelty, I don't think. And then I started looking at it and I'm like, oh, this looks like a lot of fun. Like, I can't wait to kind of jump into that. So I think I'll review that game when it comes out, but that's one I'm looking forward to. It's a weird one, I know. Now, I'm a huge God of War fan. My friend Rob is a crazier God of War fan. And we're looking forward to God of War Ragnarok. I mean, just the continuation of the characters and the emotion going back into that world. Man, God of War on PS4 blew my mind. I mean, that was the action game of the year. It was amazing stuff. I mean, the world building, the action, the mechanics of it all, so much fun, so challenging at times as well. So that's a game that I'm looking forward to. I can't wait for that to come out 2022. I hope it makes it. Okay, a game I have not talked about enough is Elden Ring. My God, I know there was a bunch of people that got to play it early and give their impressions. I have not watched any of that stuff. I kind of want to go in blind and just be surprised by it. A Dark Souls open world game? Count me in. I mean, I have seen the trailers and it looks incredible, and it looks deadly, and it looks scary. It looks like, oh my god, you know, I'll wander over here and get destroyed. It's kind of one of those things, but I like the open worldness of this style of game, and I'm looking forward to this quite a bit. I'll definitely do a first thoughts on the game, because I think the game's going to be quite huge in scope. Horizon Forbidden West, my god, I watched the trailer in 4K of the gameplay, and I could not believe it was real. I thought it was like a cinema, and I'm like, oh my god, it's one of those moments again, we're hitting that point where you're thinking things are a cinema, but it's gameplay. And I've been quite surprised with that. I mean, seeing Aloy like going underwater, and the reflections and everything that was going on there. I mean, it's so bright, so beautiful, and one of my most hyped games. I loved the last game so much. I won't ruin the storyline for you, but that's a game that I really feel everybody who has a PS4 should play. You gotta play that game. It's extraordinary. It's a great action RPG. What a world they built for a brand new franchise. And I was quite shocked by that game, and I think I'm going to be quite shocked with the new game coming out. Now, this is going to sound really unusual. I have never been a big Gran Turismo guy. Never. I was always a Ridge Racer guy. Now I'm a Forza guy. But seeing the new Gran Turismo 7 trailer, I was like, you know, I might give this a shot. I might try to jump in and see what all the hype was about, because I know so many of my friends grew up playing Gran Turismo and loved it. I always like the kind of arcadey racing style of games a little bit more, but I'm going to give this one a shot. I'm going to jump in and see what it has to deliver, and see how it stacks up to Forza now, because Forza is a new standard for racing games out there. But man, I'll give Gran Turismo a try. The game that we know not enough about, but we were all, well, I am very excited about, is Starfield. A game that is promising to be a huge open universe that you can traverse around, and we haven't seen any real gameplay. We just saw kind of a cinematic opening, and I'm like, okay, but you know, obviously the hype train is there saying, oh, you wait with what you can do within this game. I like that it's a science fiction world to run around in with spaceships and stuff like that. I like that. I mean, you know, what I really like is, I like Skyrim with the medieval kind of thing, to be able to traverse around the world that way. But to be able to do that with ships and go to like space stations and other planets and things, I really, I'm hoping that it is really an open world universe style of game where you do go to different planets, and it really is populated, and you're not in little hubs. And it probably will be. I mean, do you know my problem with the game is? I'm overhyping it in my head. I'm the one doing it. They're overhyping it, and I'm going along with it and building it bigger than what it can possibly be. So I better get my expectations a little lower for Starfield, but man, I'm very excited about it. Okay, this is one that is like a year behind for me. I'm still waiting to play Cyberpunk all the way through. I played it when it was an absolute mess in the beginning, and I said, nope, I'm not going to play it till all gets patched. And then it's got patched, but now I'm waiting for the PS5 update that has been passed on to 2022. That is one that I'm so excited about. I can't wait to jump into that, because I have friends of mine that finished it that really enjoyed the game, and I want to jump into Cyberpunk. I want to see everything it has to offer. But now I'm being a PS5 snob with that. I'm like, no, I want to wait for that update, you know, and play the ideal optimized way. So hopefully 2022 we should get it. Hopefully, you know, doesn't get pushed back anymore. We'll have to see. Okay, this is a pipe dream of mine. Final Fantasy 16 gets released in 2022. I don't know at this point. I don't know. We're still in the end of 2021. I hope we get a release date. I'm so excited about the game. And so hopefully we get it in 2022. I love the return, as I'm going to say again, to medieval. I really like the original Final Fantasies, and I know we went into this big science fiction kind of way, and now we're kind of getting maybe back to the medieval beginnings of Final Fantasy. And again, it looks like it's action RPG combat. I mean, everything is changing to that now. There's really not that much turn-based combat anymore. I got it in SMT5, which I was really happy to get, but man, it looks like it's a return to kind of action RPG combat. We'll have to see how that pans out. But I am hopeful for the game, and I'm hopeful it gets a 2022 release. Probably not, but I can wish. Okay, my last pipe dream and my last game that I'm looking forward to in 2022. It's another pipe dream. It's just ridiculous to even think about this. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Please, please, let's get to Part 2. I loved Intergrade. I really enjoyed that little side mission. That was a lot of fun. But it just whetted my appetite waiting for them to announce Part 2. And I think they'll probably announce Part 2 in 2022, but we won't get anything until probably 2023, somewhere in that zone, or even 2024 at this point, because these games take so much time to develop and all of that great stuff. So we'll see where we go at that point. But man, those are some of the games that I'm really looking forward to. I mean, like, what an incredible bunch of games we've got this year, and I'm already dreaming about next year, and next year looks amazing. Never mind all the things that they're going to announce. I mean, there's going to be so much brought up, so we'll have to wait and see what happens in 2022 for sure. So let me know what games you're excited about, looking forward to in the new year, that's for sure. So anyways, guys, until next time.